All right, fine. As you've had a bit of time now, a bit of time to look and to explore, at least preliminarily, at least rudimentarily, the ideas about your image, the ceilings and the floors of your reality, the ceilings and the floors of your success. We want to take you on a meditation that will help you explore and discover and be able to work with now and in the future those changes, the busting and then the building of the image as you want to work with it. And so, if you will now close your eyes and find yourself in a comfortable place, letting your eyes close, letting yourself relax. You have your particular way of entering deep states of relaxation. Some like to count down or count up. Some like to go down ladders or downstairs, with each one taking you deeper and deeper into more glorious and more wondrous states of relaxation. Others of you like to think of parts of your body and talking to each and telling them your instructions to relax and to go deeper. Yet others of you prefer breathing deeper and deeper, breaths that take you into wondrous, relaxing places. Some like to float on clouds, drifting aimlessly off into the future. And yet others like to float on riverbeds and streams and lovely pools of cool water. Some like to submerge yourself, going deeper and deeper into the void. Others like to lift off and soar like the eagle into far reaches of the future that you have yet to explore. Each has their way. Do what works for you. Do what works for you. Do what works for you. Allowing yourself to go deeper, deeper, deeper. It's a wonderful feeling to just relax, to let go of all the cares, all the worries, all the doubt. Let loose of it. Set yourself free as you relax. Using the sound of our voice, to carry you deeper. And you can tell your feet to relax, your toes, the balls of your feet, the arches of your feet and the heels. And you can relax your ankles, allowing the ankles and the Achilles tendon to relax. And as the Achilles tendon relaxes, you can allow your calves to relax, wondrously and joyously, letting go of all the tension and all the worries as we speak. And you can allow your knees to relax. And with your knees, your thighs relax. Your thighs relax. And let the relaxation move up into the pelvic area. Allow the relaxation to move up into the pelvic area. And now into the torso of your body. Moving through the torso, relaxing all the internal and external organs, muscles, and bone. And let the relaxation move into the shoulders, and from the shoulders down the arms all the way up to the fingertips. and from the shoulders down the spinal column all the way up to the very base of your spine, and from your shoulders up your neck to the back of your head, round the sides and top, relaxing totally and entirely to be at ease. And being totally at ease, we want you to sense yourself standing outside a high wall. It might be of stone or of brick or of some sort of wood. It matters not what the substance is, but it's high and you cannot see over it. But somehow you know that on the other side is a garden, a beautiful garden, a magical garden, that is growing on its own without the care of humanity. A garden that once was manicured and very kept, but now is unruly and of its own nature. And this garden surrounds a beautiful mansion that once was the glory of all that is, but now is in disarray, beaten by the weather and the sun and the rain and the heat and the cold. And you find a way, a gate, an opening, a passageway to squeeze through. And there you find yourself, proud and feeling good for having made it from one side to the other of this wall. And you turn and you see before you the magnificence of this garden. And you stop in your tracks, you are so taken with its beauty. The rose bushes which were once kept and held very tight according to their trellises, now ramble free and beautiful wherever they like to go. And the blossoms are big and huge and smell so very sweet. And the ivies meander where they wish across the pathways, through the cracks in the concrete. It's a wondrous and beautiful place. A wondrous and beautiful place. And there are beautiful green shrubberies and ferns that grow at their will, and trees that were once topiary bushes, so cut and trimmed so tight that now grow wild and wondrous and free. And there are empty ponds and pools and fountains, with concrete now bleached by the sun, cracked by the heat, with ivies and green plants growing up. Where once water flowed and bubbled, now it's empty, leaving the stain of its mark. Pools that were reflecting ponds, now empty, with ivies growing over the edge and filling them with green. And gazebos with trellises that are rotting, held together by the very plants that they at one time supported. There is a wonderful quiet feeling, a wondrous joyous feeling here in the meadows of this wondrous magical garden. And as you meander through, you see there at the distance the main house, a beautiful palace, a marvellous plantation, a most beautiful mansion of old. The wood now grey from the weather, beating of the rain and the wind and the heat and the cold, windows here and there broken like eyes blackened in the night, roof sagging, holes letting in the rain. An old dilapidated house, but yet it stands with great majesty, with great pride, with great elegance, for it has served well so many, many, many people. It has brought great joy and great celebration at the grand balls and the grand parties and celebrations, and it has wept the tears of loneliness, and has suffered the agony of being all alone. A most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful mansion it once was, gleaming and glistening, now dull, with its edges softened with cobwebs and dust. And as you walk up the steps which creak and almost sag and break under your weight, you walk across the porch to the front door, knobs missing, for they must have been of gold. and you swing wide the doors and step into the main foyer, and you are taken by the beauty, by the gentle majesty, by the silent pride, by the secrets that must be known here, the many hundreds and the singular people this house has provided shelter and safety for. And now you are here, and now you are here, and now you are here. And you walk into one of the sitting rooms, an inconspicuous room at that, at best, a sitting room. And there in the middle of the floor, among the cobwebs and the dust, is a box. You walk slowly, stepping carefully, not out of fear of falling through, but out of respect for this house in all its grandeur, in all its strength, in all its beauty that once was and still somehow is. But here is a cardboard box, plain and simple, grey and drab, fitting in and not being noticed except by you. And you sit upon the ground by this box, and you lay your hands upon it, for in this box lies the image, the negative image, the one you wish to bust. And as all cardboard boxes, there are the two flaps that cover, and then the two interior flaps. And so quickly you lift one half of the lid, and with your fingers curled under the lip you lift the other half as well. And now you lift the two interior flaps, and a musty smell is released, a dead smell, a dusty smell, a non-life smell. And you are surrounded with an energy that is the image of old. And pictures flash through your imagination, of the pain, of the limitation, of the struggle, of the hardship, of the wincing, and of the crying, and of the hoping that is dashed, and the expectations that are ripped out from under you, the carpets that are upending you, the horror, the sadness, the successes that almost were, the decisions that didn't quite make it, the choices that didn't quite happen, the thoughts that never were quite thought, and the feelings never quite felt, the dreams, the fantasies, the hollowness. And as the images flash before you, as the pictures flash, so words now come forth. Words come spilling out of the box. Loneliness, emptiness, struggle, strife, suffering, alienation, pain, sorrow, hollowness, emptiness, alone, failure, has been, weakling, less than, righteousness, arrogance, pride, pomposity, pain, tearing, dashed, limited, powerless, slovenly, loser, wounded, clipped, outsider, jellyfish, wimp, punisher, sadist, tearing, destroying, hurting. All the words and more. And you shall grab yours. Your word is there, either spoken or unspoken. Your word is there. Find your word. Find your word. Cheating. Ripping off. Denying, hurting, destroying. Conning. Punishing, blaming, lying, destroying, dictating, bullying, whimpering, wallowing, pitying. Find your word. And as you find your word, deny it. Deny it. Refuse it. Refuse that word. Throw it to the ground and jump on top of it and kick it and jump on it. Destroy it, shred it, break it, refuse it, scream at the top of your metaphysical lungs, no, 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 refuse to allow that word. Take whatever force, whatever power you need to shred it, to destroy it, to break it apart, to refuse it, to deny it, to send it away, to refuse to allow it in your space, to say no to it 1,000 times no, over and over again, no, 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 you will not allow that word into your reality. You will not allow that image. You refuse it. You deny it. You deny it. You deny it over and over again, louder and more force and more power behind it, more emotion with it. You deny it. You deny it. You deny it. Until it is broken. Tiny little pieces which you can now pick up and hold in your hands and let it like sand pour out of your hands and release it. Release it. Release it. Let it slip through the floorboards. Let it get lost in the fibres of the worn and torn carpet. Like salt, like sand, blow away in the wind. And now forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for ever having held it, for ever having allowed it to be. And forgive all those that have held it in place, who have taught you and have treated you and acted as though it was real. Forgive them for holding it over your head, and seek forgiveness from all those with whom you have caused pain with that image, all those you've clubbed, all those you've hurt, all those you've caused pain. Forgive yourself, forgive them, and ask and receive the forgiveness of all those who need to forgive you. And be forgiven, and be forgiven. And if you look in the cardboard box, inside there, you'll see a little treasure chest, just a small little box, but it gleams and glows and is so clean compared to all that is dusty and old. And you reach with both hands in and you lift out of this cardboard box this little treasure chest, so gleaming and so beautiful. You rub your hand across its surface, so sleek, so smooth, so rich and so wonderful. For in here lies the new image. And as with both hands you gently lift the lid, comes forth a freshness and a aliveness, a wonderful sweet smell of a spring, of a newness of life. And comes forth joy and happiness and wonder, curiosity, inventiveness, caring, giving, loving, knowing, responding, respecting, hugging, holding, caressing, committing, caring, reaching, stretching, understanding, comprehending, wondering, giving, knowing, opening, embracing, healing, teaching, laughing, loving, expanding, giving, caring, stretching, reaching, opening, loving, accepting, knowing, wondering, expanding, evolving, growing, giving. Words that are beautiful words. And your word is there. Your word is there too. Succeeding, enthusing, inspiring, touching, opening, allowing, thinking, feeling, changing, flexing, empowering, manifesting, loving, transforming, transmuting, expanding, evolving. Your word, find it as well. And as you find it, let pictures go flashing through your head like little snapshots, pop, 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 of all the wondrous things, little scenes, little things that can happen that mean the word that you've picked, the word that is you, all the happiness, all the joy, all the wonder, all the applause, all the laughing, all the accepting, all the wondering, all the joying. Let it be there. Let it be there. Let it be there wondrously and powerfully. Let it be there, all the pictures, see them, feel them welling up like a light glowing inside of you. Sense it, let it be there, all of its wonder. Let it be there, all of its wonder. And embrace it, embrace it. Let it be, oh let it be. And accept it. Accept it as yours. Own this word and all the pictures that go with it. Own this image and all the realities that can be supported by it. Accept it. From the embrace to the acceptance, and it is yours. Brilliantly, powerfully, beautifully it is yours. And as you look around the room, all the dust is gone and all the cobwebs have left. And the room dazzles and is brilliant and alive. In all of its beauty is there again. All of its wonder has once again returned. All of its life that had turned to dust has now turned once again to the living. Filled with emotion and thoughts. Filled with opportunities, choices and decisions abound, bouncing off the walls. Thoughts and feelings rush through you, tingling as they move. Attitudes and beliefs burst out of the way to open to the brilliance and to the celebration that the house holds for you, and feel its joy as you have come alive within it, and let yourself turn and dance and whirl and dance, spinning round and round. Feel the laughter, feel the joy, feel the wonder from the sitting room into the foyer, into the magnificence of the grandest of the grand halls, through the eyes of the house into the garden, brilliantly alive, vibrantly alive, and everything is whole once again. And your image is there. And you are alive. And it can support all of your miracles, all of your successes. It is within the realm, within the reach, within the boundaries of the wall that hitherto you could not see, that now is but natural if you will allow it to be. Allow it to be. Allow it to be. And wrap yourself in this new image. Wear it like a proud shawl or a proud mantle, as a headdress, and as the epaulets upon your shoulders, as the metal upon your breast or your chest, as the flow of the garment through which you gracefully move in this reality that will leave the little sparkles of reality wherever you go. Wear it proudly, wear it strongly, wear it wondrously, wear it completely. Let it be, so mote it be, let it be. And it is so, and it is done. As you walk from the house to the porch, to survey the beauty of the reality, all that flowers there, all that grows wild is possible, and probable, and available. As you walk through the gardens, the ancient gardens, the mystical gardens, the magical gardens, you reach the point where you're entered, and you swing wide the gate, and walk powerfully forth. And in a moment, you will open your eyes, and your eyes will open, and you will be fully awake and fully alert, feeling wonderful, wondrously alive, wondrously vibrant. At the count of 5, 1, 2, 3. At the count of 5, your eyes will open, you will open your eyes, you will be fully awake. Even now as we speak, you can start sensing your own body, sensing where you sit or where you are lying, sensing the sounds of your reality once again surrounding you, back in the room where you began. 4, and 5, eyes open, wide awake, full of energy, full of vitality, feeling vibrantly alive, wondrously alive, wearing the mantle of the new image, wearing the mantle of the new image. Now that meditation can be used generally, as today, any time you need to retouch and reconnect, any time you're out of touch with the words of the negative image or the positive image, though we have not said every word that is possible. They will trigger for you in your subconscious mind the word that speaks to the image you want to bust, and the word to speak to the image you want to build.